I want you all to think about something in the world, something in your life that's not affected by software. Do you have something? There's actually a great hack for electronic toothbrush. My name is Kit Merker. I'm Vice President of Business Development at JFrog, which means I look after partnerships, strategy, and mergers and acquisitions. Joined 3 years ago. Previously was at Google. I worked on a project called Kubernetes. Who's heard of Kubernetes? Yeah, this guy knows. And before that, I was at Microsoft for a long time. Who's heard of Microsoft? Yeah. Liquid software company. JFrog's a weird company, right? It's a cool name. Who's heard of JFrog before tonight? Good. Now you've heard of JFrog, so next time you raise your hand. Liquid software company. What do we mean by this? What we mean is that software, it's a metaphor, software should flow from the hands of developers to wherever it's going to run. Just like you turn on the tap in your house and the water comes out. It's available, it's clean, it's secure. Software should work the same way. So every time you update your devices or your mobile phones or your cloud computing, you want to have software that's up to date, available, and secure, and you want it fast. When a developer writes software, it should get out to the customers quickly. Now we saw a bunch of examples tonight of software systems that are helping the elderly, helping in the case of fires, these amazing things. And we don't do any of that. But behind the scenes, we're helping everybody who's got software that's out of date. That's JFrog. Oh, these are not my slides. This is amazing. This is a really cool presentation. It's not my presentation. Yeah. All right, I was just going to tell a couple stories. We don't have much time. None of those slides are mine. It's okay. This is one of my favorite IoT stories. We're working a lot in the automotive space right now. We have customers including Daimler and Tesla and Volkswagen and all the other cool car companies. And there's this particular car company in China that I think illustrates the issues with software updates really well in IoT. This guy was driving his car, and he was cruising down the highway in China, and he initiated a software update on his car by accident while he was driving. What do you think happened? Well, the car stopped, first of all, created a massive traffic jam, and they couldn't roll down the windows or open the doors. They couldn't reverse the software update. The police came, and nothing could be done about it for an hour in a busy freeway in China. And to me, this is like the ultimate expression of what's wrong with software updates in the IoT space. We recently did a meetup, a series of meetups here in Seattle. A few people here were involved. Who's in our self-driving car meetup? Some people? This guy was, right? Self-driving car meetup? No? Nobody? There were some people here earlier. Anyway, we help these people develop software updates for autonomous cars in little RC cars. It's a really interesting thing to do. You take these machine learning models, you update the cars, but there's always this nagging problem, which is how do I get the software safely to the car quickly in a way that can be trusted? And we actually, you know, it's kind of scary. But this is the future that we're living in. Let's see if they need these other slides. Okay, well, there's nothing else. All right, so basically, to summarize, I'm not selling anything. I'll tell you why I like working at this company and why it's fun, and I'll tell you a little bit about what we're doing here in the Seattle area. So first of all, we have a really big vision and mission, which is to make all the software updates flow. You heard about this liquid software thing. So to me, this is the big deal. The second part is the company is growing quickly, and we have amazing customers, like 5,000 customers, including some of these amazing brands. This to me gets really exciting because now you're dealing with something at a very large scale with a very large mission. We have 9 offices worldwide, and we are growing very quickly. We raised a ton of venture-backed money, which we'll someday have to pay back. We have partnerships with great companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, many others in the DevOps space, you know, HashiCorp and all these other cool companies. And our office in Kirkland, we have a beautiful view of Lake Washington and a team of about 20 people. We just recently acquired a Seattle company called Shippable, which is a CI/CD company. So they just joined us over there, and I'm out of time. So anyway, I have one more minute. Oh, we are hiring, which I had on my slides. I did have all the positions open that I'm hiring for. Basically, if you're technical, or you're doing UI design, or you're doing technical sales, and you're interested in joining us, we're hiring like crazy, both here and in California and in Europe and all over the world. Look me up on LinkedIn or Twitter, and I will hook you up. Okay? Thank you very much. I'll take questions if you got them. Any questions? In California, we are in Sunnyvale. Our office is on Caribbean Drive, nestled between Baidu, Google, and NetApp. And Google just bought our building recently, which raised quite a stir because people thought they acquired the company. So, yeah, but there you go. But they did not. Yes, back here. We do. Now this, I know I kind of like skimmed over that part of it, and I apologize for that. It was in my original slides. But what we're doing in IoT is we actually have an incubation team in the Seattle area that's completely focused on IoT. Right now, we're drilling deeply into the automotive space. We're looking at a lot of interesting technologies. Yocto for Linux builds, for embedded Linux. Looking at automotive-grade Linux, Genevieve, and a few other technologies. But basically, we're building an end-to-end pipeline from code to production in automotive. That's our biggest thing now. We also are doing some stuff with drones and some other things like that. We have a really cool drone demo where we update a drone that's flying and make the camera software work better and stuff like that. So we have a lab we're building right now in the office where we have a bunch of consumer devices, and we have a CI/CD pipeline that updates the software. We're not actually an IoT company. We're just building the software updates. So we're trying to prove that we can do the software updates, take the DevOps practices we use in cloud computing and mobile, and bring it into the IoT world. Yep. A lot of Raspberry Pis laying around. Yep. The J, that's a good question. The J originally stood for Java. Back 10 years ago when the company was founded, we had this server. It was all written in Java. Artifactory is our flagship product. If you've heard of Artifactory, it's a binary repository manager for any language. I was trying not to pitch, but here we go. But anyway, we originally, our founder who wrote Artifactory, he had this little frog icon that he used that people were downloading because he wanted to see who was using the product. And the server it was running on was called JFrog. And so when they, a year later, founded the company, they're like, what should we call this thing? And no one will forget JFrog, and it's unique, and the domain was available, so there you go. So that's the name. And we have stickers, so. I have, boom, Frog Lee. T-shirts are off the chain. Any other questions? Look, guys, if you're building software, think about how you're going to keep your binaries up to date. Think about it. Make sure that you have a way to getting it trusted and safe. Yeah, what's up? Me personally? Let me tell you about my career. No, it's a very interesting question. I will tell everybody here, when you think about your career progression, you know, there's no perfect job anywhere. You can work for some of the greatest companies in the world, and you can still get the itch to do something different. I built a relationship with JFrog as a partner when I was at Google. I really fell in love with the founders and what the company was doing. I loved the mission, like the idea of what it was about. And so I saw it as a challenge to take something that, you know, was starting out and really help it grow. When I joined, it was 140 employees, now 420 employees. We've raised a ton of money, $230 million, and we've acquired 5 companies, and it's crazy. But at the time, everybody thought I was out of my mind to leave Google for JFrog. But I don't regret anything, so, yep. Okay, all right, thank you, everybody, and we're very happy to be here. Thank you.